I'm here to do another lesson. I don't know why I'm yelling, because I'm going to bring it down a little bit. I'm here to do another lesson on R&B style chords. I think I did 2 lessons talking about the number system, and I've done different R&B lessons, but I want to start talking about some different cool things that you can do with the chords that you've learned. So I'm staying in the key of C just because it's easiest to talk about the notes and the chords in the key of C because there are no sharps or flats. But you can take these concepts and apply them to any key that your heart so desires. All right, so what I was doing there, I want to talk about the idea of using the number system in a way that can come up with cool ideas. So we talked about how each note in the other lessons, which I'll include in. Each note has its own number, okay? So if I'm in the key of C and you have, okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then back to 1, okay? But instead of just playing those notes, what I talked about was taking those notes and creating chords. So if I were to play those same notes across the neck, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1. 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? So, taking those notes, we added chords to them. And again, there's a more thorough explanation in the video below. But just to refresh your memory, for the 1 chord, we did a major 7 shape. For the 2 chord, we did a minor 7 shape. For the 3 chord, we did a minor 7 shape. Again. For the 4 chord, we did a major 7 shape. For the 5 chord, we did a dominant 7 shape. For the 6 chord, we did a minor 7 shape. Again. For the 7 chord, we did a minor 7, flat 5 chord. And then for the 1 chord, we're back to C major. Okay. My neck and my neck are not as long as they should be. But anyways, so that's kind of the concept that I'm going to talk about. So, for example, the way we call the notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we're going to call the chords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1. So, for example, some chord progressions that you listen to, you'll start to notice patterns, and you'll start to notice, like, wow, when people go 2, 5, 1. You'll start to notice, you'll hear it, and without even touching your guitar, you know that they're playing 2, 5, 1. Like in jazz. So, that's just kind of the idea, to start training your ear to hear these chords and to know what's going on. So, 2, 5, 1, that's a very, very, very common progression that you'll hear in R&B and jazz and whatever, okay? So, if we're in the key of C, remember we talked about the 1 is major, the 2 is minor, and then the 5 is dominant, okay? And so, I'm going to just really, really, really quickly review the chord shapes, okay? So, for 2, minor 7, okay, I'm on 2 is D in the key of C. So, I'm going to take my first finger and bar the entire 5th fret, starting with the A string, going all the way down. Then I'm going to take my ring finger and put it on the 7th fret of the D string. And then I'm taking my middle finger and I'm putting it on the 6th fret of the B string. And you have this. Okay, you can play the high E string. Okay, so you can do different things with that. And we'll talk about that later. Then you have the 5 chord. And there's different ways. The cool thing about the guitar is that there's so many different ways you can play the same exact chord. So for example, I have D minor here. But I also have D minor here. I also have D minor here. So that is kind of the idea. So I'm just talking about one shape that I've talked about in other videos that you can use. But don't limit yourself to these. If you know other D minors, put them out of the bag and use them. So you have D minor. Okay, then I'm going to go to G dominant 7. All right? And you can play it like this. You can play it like this. Okay? Play it like this. Okay, so there's different ways you can play it. I'm going to teach a way that I like to play it in this context, which is like this. Okay, so you have your first finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string, My middle finger is on the 3rd fret of the D string. My ring finger is on the 4th fret of the G string. And then my pinky is on the 5th fret of the D string. And you're not playing the A string, and you certainly are not playing the high E string. You could, but it's just playing the same note. Because this is E, and then this is E, and then it's like 2 E's. Alright, so this might be a difficult shape. So I'm going to teach an alternative shape just in case somebody can't do this. But I encourage you to work on it because it might be hard at first, but I guarantee you if you keep working at it, you can do it, okay? So another way you can play the 5 chord is by barring the entire 3rd fret. Put your middle finger on the 4th fret of the, put your middle finger on the 4th fret of the G string, and your ring finger on the 5th fret of the A string. So that's another way in case you don't like this shape, or it's kind of difficult and you just want to like get started right away. Go ahead and try this shape, okay? And then we have the homeboy 1, C major 7, okay? You're gonna bar the 5th fret, the 3rd fret of the A string all the way down. Put your middle finger on the 4th fret of the G string. Put your ring finger on the 5th fret of the D string, and put your pinky on the 5th fret of the B string. Okay, so those are the shapes, okay? So you got, okay, so just for this video, I know I did a lot of stuff in the beginning. I don't even remember what I did because I was just making it up as I went along and just messing around, so I'll have to go back and watch it. But I'm just going to kind of work with these 3 chords, and then I will continue to make videos, and we'll add stuff, we'll add different concepts, we'll add different ideas. But it's really important that you kind of start off with something fairly simple, ace that, and then as you start hearing stuff in your head, be like, oh shoot, what was that? I'm gonna do that. Okay, so you can do that stuff later. So, again, we got 2, 5. So there's different ways you can play this. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 5, 1. Chill. Pause for effect now. What just happened there? Pause, look around the room, come back, hey! Pause, scratch your head, look, oh. Okay, so you get the idea. Have fun with it. Mess around. You can do a slow version. So that's a slower, little boringer version. But if you want to do that, you can do that. There's different appropriate context for different things. So that's just the idea. So work on those chords. I'm going to do another video on different cool licks and tricks you can do with those chords because ain't nobody got time for no 10-minute video. I ain't going out like that, okay? But yeah, work on them. If you have any questions, let me know. And good luck. Best of luck with everything.